We're ready to get going. Good. Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Nantucket Historic District Committee. It's Tuesday, June 23rd, 4:01 p.m. Let's see. We have almost everybody here live. We have myself, Abby, Val, Connie, Stephen Welch. Online on Zoom, we have Joe Paul and Angus McLeod. So, and Carrie's into, well, so then everybody's here. Everyone's here. Some of us are on Zoom. We'll figure that out later. For the one person in the room, thank you, Matt, for coming up. We really appreciate it. Oh, two people. So we just want both of you to be really polite and not to record anything so that we don't have Rico breathing down our backs. And for those of you on Zoom, Rico, it's a federal statute. It had to do with the mafia and taping stuff illegally. Yeah, that's why we do that. Um, and for those of you on Zoom, just address all comments, questions through the chair. I guess that goes to people who are live too. Okay, and it sounds like what we want to do is alter the agenda in the following manner. Number one on new business of 623 is an application for a pool at 164 Hummock Pond Road. This application was reviewed by Angus, and Angus, please tell me if I'm stating any of this incorrectly, but he was okay with the idea of putting that under consent with conditions, with the proviso that the pool will not be visible at the time of inspection and thereafter, our usual proviso. Okay, so that would move to, unless anyone has any objections, that would move to consent with conditions and would be voted through at that time. The second change is going to be, what's the number, Val?
Oh, I'm gonna, 38 Main Street from consent with conditions to the regular agenda to discuss it.
Okay, so we're essentially flipping. We're going to move Frank's pool to consent with conditions, and we're going to move number 10, 38 Main Street, Sconset, to the first item. We'll call it the first item. We'll just flip them. First item of new business of 623. Okay, so that would be the modified agenda. Can somebody make? Okay, thank you, Stephen. Stephen's made the motion, and I'm just going to take the people at the table. That would be Abby, Val, myself, Connie, and Stephen. On Stephen's motion, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, so we now have an agenda. First item of which is to clear up, I should say, do any of the commissioners have any comments that they would like to?
I have a question.
General, of course. Yeah, go ahead.
Is it possible at any point in time for us to have a
Yeah,
organizational meeting?
let's put that down because we're not allowed to deliberate on this without it being noticed. Let's put that down. This is for staff. If we can put that down as an item to be discussed at the beginning of next week's agenda. Okay. Okay. That good?
Abby just said no.
We said no. Okay. Okay. All right. So we'll take care of that next week. Okay. Now item number 2 is apparently there was an error in the street address when an application for 5 Cachalot was approved that included myself, Angus, Abby, Stephen, and Carrie. All we need to do is ratify a revised address that would be not 5 Cathcart, but 5 Cachalot. And that was
Not 5 Cathcart, but 5 Cachalot.
very good. Thank you, Stephen. On Stephen's motion, Abby,
Aye.
Angus,
Aye.
very good. Stephen, very good. Carrie?
Aye.
And I'm in favor. Okay, so that's out of the way. Thanks, everybody. Consents. We have a substantial number of consents, very much appreciated. Let's see. At the moment, I need to recuse.
Do as well.
Val needs to recuse. Does anyone else need to recuse?
No.
No. Okay, so what I'm going to ask is if Angus can chair consents without either Val or myself.
Happy to do it.
Thank you.
Do I have a motion for,
Well, you should identify your board first. Sorry.
oh, okay. So I've got, um,
Angus, do you want to know who's in the room and the regular board first?
Stephen, Connie, Abby.
no, I think I've got it. We've got Abby, Stephen, and,
Oh, no.
yeah, and myself. So that's 3 of us. Uh, We could do Connie and Joe, or is Joe out? We could do Carrie.
Joe's available.
Okay, so it's Joe, Connie, Stephen, myself, and Abby. And do I have a motion to approve consents with
So moved.
or is it just the consent, regular consent?
Mr. Acting Chair, it's just consents.
Okay, is there a motion to approve the consent?
So moved.
On your motion,
Aye.
thank you, Stephen, Connie,
Aye.
Abby,
Aye.
Joe.
Aye.
I'm an I as well. I'm headed back over to you, Ray. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Angus. Now we're on to consent with conditions. Val, I believe, is the only person who needs to recuse from consent with conditions, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
Abby,
Did we take that 38 million out?
Yes.
Yeah,
it's in
sorry.
there.
it's out, yeah. Okay, so Abby, Stephen, Connie, and Angus on this, and myself.
Yeah, motion to approve consent with conditions minus the one we took out, which is 38 Main.
Very good, thank you. On Abby's motion, Abby,
Aye.
Stephen,
Aye.
Connie,
Aye.
Angus,
Aye.
and I'm in favor. Consent with conditions, out of the way, folks. Okay, any questions for Holly at this time? How long are you here for, Holly?
For a while.
I mean, I don't think we have a very long agenda tonight, honestly.
Jinx it.
I know. Okay, anything, folks? Anyone? Okay, we'll play this one by ear then. New business of 6/9/26, 19R Hooper Farm. Is Reed around?
Yes, Mr. Chair, he's online.
He's on, okay.
Reed, did you want to screen share?
Yeah, sure, that would be great. Thank you.
I'll promote you to panelist. Bye.
Reed, everyone's here, so I'm gonna go with the regular board on this.
Sounds
Okay.
good to me. I will try to contribute to the brevity of tonight's agenda.
Fantastic. Eh,
All right, are we ready, Mr. Chair?
Yeah, we're ready.
Okay, so good evening, everyone. My name is Reed Yanor. I'm here representing 19R Hooper Farm. We are proposing a new dwelling on the site, which we can all agree is quite compact, but from what we could make work, we are looking to propose a 1.5-story structure towards Cartwright Place, and that 1.5-story structure is, you know, as sort of as squatty as we could make it, given our second floor program. And we also have a secondary massing as well, off to the sort of yard side of the property, if you will. Excuse me. We obviously are working with tight lot conditions and, you know, very constrained parking. But I will say that it's worth noting we've had several structures approved for 17 and 19, which are also clients that I represent. So I believe that once those are, you know, constructed, this dwelling itself will have a not be very present on Hooper Farm Road. And then I do have, this is an image sort of from the corner of Cartwright and Hooper Farm. You can see the single-story ranch style home that exists, and our proposed dwelling will be sort of right beyond this dirt path shown in the drive. And with that, I will keep my comments there, and I look forward to yours. Thank you.
Okay, Reed, thank you very much. Let's see, regular board.
Mr. Chair, I had this one for
Yes,
consent
Stephen,
review.
please.
So my concern with this, the structure itself, I think is, you know, it's charming little, relatively little compared to some of the things we do. However, there's a missing context here. As with many subdivision type developments, which this is part of, perhaps not under one owner, but nevertheless, not unlike Richmond, where you have structures being built freshly, one next door to another. Here we have at least 2 structures on each lot. And the concern is the densification of that area. They're small lots, and there's a lot of ground cover going in, where this area, you'll all recall, we actually looked at, brought forth a concept of a ranch, historic ranch zone. And this is the corridor within which that exists. That's the context of the context. And I believe that the application should include a view, streetscape from both Hooper Farm and Cartwright, and an aerial showing the roof plans for everything that's been approved, anything that's in the pipe currently, and anything that's anticipated. So we can review this comprehensively. I'm not suggesting the outcome will be different, but I think to be consistent, that's a fair approach. Thank you.
Okay, Stephen. Thanks. Who else?
I'll just add one thing to that. I appreciate that, because I think you're right, Steve. We've done this in little chunks of this lot, and it'd be good to see the complete package. My other concern, and hopefully it's addressed with what Stephen just said, this house next to the house that's been there forever, it seems like it's taller, and even though it's in back of it, it'd be good to see that relationship.
Okay, Val, thank you. Who's next?
No one?
Well, so
Yeah.
I'll go. I
Angus.
appreciate my colleague's point of view. I can't bring this streetscape up in my mind, so I depend on them to say what they think. And if it's slightly out of proportion or doesn't fit in, I would like to, take a good look at it and make sure it's appropriate.
Angus, anything? Is he muted?
He's not there.
Hmm?
He's not there.
Oh. Oh, okay. He's
Oh.
on the boat? Okay, Joe, can you step in on this one?
Sure.
All right, thanks.
You want me to speak right now?
Well, it's down to you and then me.
Oh, okay. I guess that's a yes.
Yeah, that's a yes.
Yeah, when I reviewed this beforehand, I had no concerns, but I hear, other than I thought the front door stoop could be a little wider and the trim could be enhanced, but I'd like to familiarize myself with the context in light of what Abby and Stephen have said. Thank you. In other words, the
Okay, yeah.
viewing.
So, yeah. So Reed, I think it's apparent what we are interested in, which is a streetscape, a viewing. I think my opinion is this is a pretty benign building. But it would be nice to see it in its context, in the manner that has already been said, aerial photo, showing the roofs together, streetscape, that sort of thing. In other words, more information. Have I captured that?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to hold for additional information being the streetscape site plan of the lot, showing anything that's been proposed, approved, or in the pipe, and the adjacent dwellings, and the streetscapes would be from Cartwright and from Cooper Farm.
Terrific. Stephen, thank you. On the motion, Abby,
Aye.
Val, Joe,
Aye.
and Stephen,
Aye.
and I'm in favor. Thank you, Reed. See you next time.
Thank you all. See you.
All right. Now we're off to 27 Ridge Lane, cedar fence. Oh, come on up.
Short. Hi. Oh, Natalie Cowger.
Thank you. We'll have your stuff up on the screen in just a second. Okay?
Recording.
What? It's being built now. Oh, okay. I cannot get my thing to work.
Can't either. I've got that
No.
error.
Yeah, mine didn't load.
The fish, yep. I think probably I will just.
Is that what it is?
Seems like it's something that can never be fixed.
Yeah. Sorry.
Try refreshing.
Can we scroll up just to get the photos and all that? There we go. Okay, now that everything's up, can you just sort of tell us where we are?
On Ridge Lane?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in Fisher's Landing. It's like a little neighborhood off of.
I'm sorry, where we are in terms of like what you're requesting of us.
Yeah, so I'm sorry we didn't get permission before for this, but we put a little garden in the front and we put a cedar fence. It's all cedar, it's all natural wood, and we screened it with boxwoods. They got eaten a little bit, but they've recovered now since I took those photos. And we tried to keep it as like simple as natural as possible, kind of like mimicking the split rail fence and stuff like that. So that's a drawing that I did of like the sizes that all the plants are going to grow to. I'm a professional gardener, so I noted all the names of the plants and put all the screening in. So everything should cover in the next year or two. I've got oak leaf hydrangeas in there. I wish I had photos now because everything has like
I
gotten.
do. I took one today.
Oh, you did? Oh, you saw? Okay. And I do apologize about not asking permission first. I think that the project snowballed. My husband was gonna first do a split rail and then we got some free cedar and we thought instead of doing the regular traditional like metal fence that it would be prettier to do natural wood.
That free cedar.
We got free cedar because someone took a pergola down and
Oh my.
we didn't want to throw it out. And so
Okay.
it's my dream to have this garden. I know it doesn't matter to the HDC, but like this has just been a lifelong dream of mine. And so if I need to amend it or anything, like I definitely will. I do really apologize for putting it in without permission.
Okay, well, thank you for the explanation.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Have we established, I'm going to stick with the regular board.
Angus is back.
Oh, right, Angus. Angus, you're back,
I am
right?
about that. Yep.
Okay, have you been following along with the discussion right now?
I have.
Okay. So with that, I'd love to hear from the board members' comments on this application.
I'll go.
Thanks, Stephen.
So I'm out in this area quite a bit, almost every other day. It's actually, I've seen it both with the vegetation, then without the vegetation, then with the vegetation. It's actually, first I want to take a step back. Can we go to the site plan? It's actually kind of refreshing to see a deer fence that doesn't enclose a lot, first of all. To my mind, that is an offset for the concept of having it be 10 or 15 feet from the street. Typically we see these, the other offset is that we see these fences, they're 7 or 8 feet tall. They're, wire and posts, and this is more like a advanced stockade or horses and agricultural stuff. So I don't have a concern. As a precedent, I would have some concern, but I think given it's a one-off, and the screening that is in place and promised to be put in place, I think it's atypical but approvable.
Okay, Stephen, thank you. Who's next?
Go.
Val Oliver.
I completely disagree. I'm sorry. I drove around there today and there are no even taller fences on the street. There's some between properties, but most everybody has split rail or picket. And I think it's unfortunate. It is lovely looking fence. It's just in front of the house, and I think that it's a terrible precedent to set, unfortunately. And does what is it out there, the association, do they have to approve something?
I emailed them
Yeah.
and I sent them my application for the HDC, and honestly, like, everybody in the neighborhood has been gathering there and loving it, and my children have been working in it, and I'm a landscaper, and so I see a lot of deer fencing go in. This is gonna be a problem. Like, there is gonna need to be, there's gonna need to be some sort of solution for this that's pretty, or that people can do that is approvable. And you can't have any vegetation without a tall fence now. And so, like, I'm not trying to excuse it, but at the same time, I think we have like a very big deer problem here. And I was trying to be as like courteous as I could be with putting something beautiful in, with spending the money on the posts and doing it like in a nice way. Fisher's Landing also used to be a farm, and so like that farm style we thought would blend in with like the historic nature of the property. That whole thing used to be a farm. There's a farmhouse there that's historic. And so I understand your point and everything, but I do want to say that like the deer have been growing in population.
I understand
Yeah.
that, but it's if we keep making exceptions, and I think we need to be consistent, and I just want to point that out.
Okay. So have you finished?
Yeah,
Okay.
finally, yeah.
Well, no. I'll give you as much time as you want. Okay, so that was Val. That leaves Abby and Angus, I believe.
I can go.
Let Angus go.
Angus, your turn.
Thank you. I agree with both people. I mean, it's my fellow commissioners that the fence is attractive and it's only going to get better with vegetation. But I agree with Val, these types of fences, except for a type 2 picket or a split rail fence, the fence should begin at least behind the farthest projecting part of the house towards the street. So to me, this is not appropriate and not the type of precedent we should set. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Abby.
Yeah, that's a good point, that it is right on the street, and so it's quite visible. I was trying to think how to sort of mitigate that horizontalness of it, and the spacing is making it jump out. Could we go to the, yeah, just that one that's on the street there? Yeah, that one. Yeah, I was thinking, it's the top one. It's this,
The real.
If we remove the top rail and put a wire, would that
well, so.
satisfy?
No, I was just.
Hang on one second.
I was gonna ask a couple of questions.
Yeah.
This one is definitely going to be.
That's not real. That's the photoshopped one. This is what's there.
But I would suggest taking off that top one and doing the 4-inch, what sort of wire is in between? Are you doing any?
There's no wire.
There's no wire.
No,
Okay.
it's all wood because it will turn gray and we thought that would blend in with the house the best. But if the board would prefer wire, we're happy to do it. If you would like me to do any kind of lattice or anything, I can't have a garden in the backyard and I live here year
Yeah.
round and
It's so, okay, hence that's on.
yeah.
from
it's
the-
like we thought.
So I think that if that top one were to come off, it would be, would take sort of there's a lot of verticality going on here and it's jumping out. And I think if that top one were taking off and you were to use some sort of that black 4-inch wire, that would probably solve a lot of things. I'm not sure what to, I mean,
We would
If
do
they
that.
move to the side of the building.
I
anyway,
can't-
those,
Hang on.
those are my thoughts. Thanks.
Thanks.
Mel.
Okay, just Abby on that. I think the idea, and this has been done a lot, is you remove the top piece and then you take one
One
wire
wire,
and you run it across
Yeah,
where
I see,
that
yeah.
board is, and that will prevent the deer from jumping over. And then it would be far less conspicuous.
Yeah.
And I'm also, are those 4x4s? Do you know the vertical posts? Are those 4x4s or 2x4s?
They're mahogany. I think those are 4x4s.
They're 2x4s, but if they're mahogany, they'll be able, oh, no, I'm sorry. They are 4x4s. So they'll support the wire, and my vote would be do the wire on the top, but also get rid of this one right there.
Yeah, that's the one I'm
Until
talking about.
I can't imagine that a deer is gonna jump between the wire up at the top and and this board here.
I'll do whatever you guys
So
want.
I think we could probably get consensus on something.
So I'll make a motion.
Yeah.
So we just, can we just specify which, when I said the top rail, I meant I meant,
Okay, here's
not,
what I'm
yeah,
proposing.
go ahead.
And Angus, hopefully, are you able to see me?
You can't
I
have
can
it.
see you, but I can't really see the screen. Wait, let me close in.
All right, well, let me just describe it for you. So removing the topmost rail and having a piece of wire that would string between the 4x4 posts that are already there. Then removing the bottom plank that looks like a 1x6, not bottom, the one right underneath the
Right.
piece I just described. That will probably provide like a 3-foot opening that I can't imagine any deer are gonna be able to jump through. And it would also just really cut down on the visual impact. That's what I'm proposing, which is kind of a hybrid of what I've already heard.
You want me to do an
Mr.
exhibit A?
Mr. Chair,
Up,
so you have a hand raised.
there.
Alicia, unmute and tell us what you like. Alicia? You're muted.
It's a Zoom bomber.
So,
Go ahead.
while she's not talking, could I say something?
Yeah. quickly.
That there's already a fence right across the street from me that it actually looks like what you just designed. From on Lily Street, there are these, just these board,
Wow.
no, board fences, just a couple of boards and,
They're not responding.
let's, are we
Yeah.
okay to cut
Yeah.
it? Sorry, Alicia, we're not hearing from you. You're still muted. Stephen, you were about to say,
So the motion would be to remove the two uppermost horizontal members around the fence, replace with a wire, galvanized wire or stainless. And that would be it. And then I would just suggest not part of the motion, save the boards and the screws. And when that vegetation grows back, come back in
oh,
to add it
yeah,
back in. if you want.
Oh, so if it's screened, it's fine.
Well, you can come back and we can look
Right.
at it.
okay,
So that's the motion.
okay. And that can be an exhibit A.
Yeah, exhibit A, just
What,
the-
what is, what's the fine like?
Well, what's the fence now? How much is a fence now?
150.
So it'd be 1,050.
Oh, that's onerous. I mean, personally, that's kind of crazy.
I'd say twice the application fee is probably more than enough.
Okay, so that would
So
be
it's the
$300.
Moving forward here.
Yep, we
Yeah.
recently waived it for somebody
I
putting in
would-
their house, so.
I'd like to have a longer discussion about the new fee structure for penalties, because some of it's, never mind.
So,
Anyway,
mean,
there
we-
has been a motion made.
Okay.
Hopefully everybody understands it. Let's go through. So on Stephen's motion, Abby,
I'm an I.
very good. Val,
Okay.
that's a yes, I think. Stephen,
Aye.
Angus,
Aye.
and I'm in favor. So there you go.
Are
So,
you?
Sure.
all right, thanks, Stephen.
Yeah, I'll do it. Give
all
me a
right.
black marker.
All right, let's see. Now we're moving along to 623.
Thank you.
And the first item, as we stated earlier, 164 Hummock Pond has already been approved with consent with conditions. And this is Val's application at 38 Main Street, Sconset. Okay? Let's see, Val, we got to get you aboard here. How about, and Stephen, are you in on this or do you want to do that?
Oh, yeah, I can do this and that.
You want somebody else to sit in?
No, I'll sit down.
Oh, you will sit in, okay. All right, so Angus, Abby.
38 Main.
Me, Stephen,
That's okay.
and, we haven't heard from Carrie. Let's do Carrie.
They don't have it here. Okay. Okay. So what's that? Okay. Essentially, it's this. Yes, it's Main Street in Sconset. It's behind a house that's historic. It's 180 feet off of the road behind the house and a garage. So it's going to be modular. We put in to have Anderson windows. I think at that distance,
Confused.
it's an acceptable type of window to use. It's not near the house, which is historic.
I'm not seeing it, sorry.
Well, no one is just
Oh,
yet.
okay, sorry, I wasn't aware.
You can also go on the agenda under consent with conditions and it's listed there. If you want to click
Well,
on it.
but I can't even access this right now.
I would like the fine budget to underwrite the technology budget.
What a fantastic idea.
The house is acceptable. Holly thought the style was good. It blended in with the house. It's one story with a little hip roof bungalow.
Oh, I kind of remember seeing. this.
Simply just
Yeah.
a discussion about the window style,
Mr.
given
Chair,
the proximity to the.
Yeah,
is it okay while we're waiting for the
yeah,
application?
please. Holly,
Okay.
thank you.
So yes, I appreciate the proposed dwelling, its style and size. My only concern was the SDL Anderson, and my understanding that's why it was placed on consent with conditions originally for either TDL or at least a Nantucket profile windows. And I think the commission has approved SDL windows with the Nantucket profile with a few manufacturers now. So whether I understand the STLs, but Anderson's, I don't agree with. So, that's why I actually was okay with the condition that the commissioner placed on this application. This is a great infill within the old historic district of Wisconsin, regardless if it's so many feet away, you will see it too. So, thank you.
Okay, thanks, Holly. And in the meantime, mine actually did pull up. Yeah, I think they fixed the issue. Is anyone else ready to begin the discussion? I don't necessarily want to start.
I'm only seeing the 56 Vesper Lane. on this-
Correct.
I think Angus, Fiona's trying to pull up.
Oh,
38
okay.
Main Street. It's, if
Yeah.
you have access to the laser fiche, it's under consent with conditions.
All of it is doing that forbidden thing, that code 403.
Yeah,
So
That's
That-
because you don't have a good internet connection.
There's no
Where you
adult
are.
content.
Here's the application. I see the application now on the screen.
Thank you, Fiona.
okay. Fiona has it, or, yeah, it's up now.
Yeah.
For those of you that can't view it on your own screens.
yes, thank you.
I
All right.
think the photo on the upper right with the arrow showing it's looking down the driveway behind the garage, the house is right on the street, gives you an idea of visibility. Just as a matter of fact, and then you can look at the plan if you want to.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, they're in there. Does anyone feel prepared enough to speak on this?
I do.
I'm happy
Uh,
to.
That Angus, that was you, right?
He was
Yes.
one of 'em.
And Carrie. Carrie beat me to it.
That's okay.
Oh, okay, Carrie, you go first.
Okay, I think the architecture is very appropriate. I also think the windows are fine to be STLs. I think the distance away from the street and the fact that it is a complete forest behind this thing, and there are two swimming pools right next door to them. I think
Huh.
we can let this one have STLs. That's all.
Yeah, to be specific, I think that the concern was not SDLs per se, but Anderson's, which, you know what, guess what? We're not supposed to be saying that. I don't think at a meeting like this.
Well,
However, it
fine
has
with it.
been said. Anyway, so Carrie, is that it?
Yeah, I'm okay with this considering that's full context.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much. Who's next? Angus.
Thank you. So I'm fine with the architecture and SDL. It's just the Nantucket profile would be the only request. Thank you.
I'll go.
Yeah,
I agree with Angus and Ray.
but I haven't spoken yet.
Well, didn't you put it on consent with conditions?
I did.
Well,
No,
there you go. That was useful.
Oh,
he
caught
put
up.
it on consent and Angus moved it.
Okay, all right. So, it sounds like, let's see, Abby?
It's the same configuration as maybe not 5 to 6 over 1.
Yeah.
Do I have to give the snack back after I said that?
So, yeah, Abby.
You know, more, as close as to the Nantucket profile as we get it. Oh,
I heard you.
Okay.
Are you on now? Because I think I'm gonna ask for a motion. Well, I'll finish what Steven started for me. I think that this is far enough away from the street and, you know, I think Val has done a really good job of, in terms of the massing of this building,
Mhm.
you know, paid homage to both the house and the garage that are already there. So I think viewed collectively, no one's going to notice at that distance that these are Anderson windows. So that's my view.
And
Um,
just another point, can you push up the elevations again? It's the north that faces the road, which has only got a few
Mm.
windows, but that's just an aside.
Okay, very good. So folks,
I would
anything-
motion for approval as submitted.
Can I
okay,
second that for discussion?
sure, Stephen, yes.
So as we all know, the inherent problem with the Anderson windows is a picture frame detail
Yeah,
that creates a very foreign vocabulary in windows. So at least on the north, wait, the north faces the main house. What faces the street?
North.
Is any of this going to be visible?
It's behind a house and a garage. I don't think so, but
All right.
That's
well,
why
it
I-
wasn't behind a house in a garage. I would say the side facing the street needs to have a faux sill detail to hide the picture frame element. But
Hmm.
since the applicant's agent has enlightened me, I will waive my second and vote aye.
okay, so let's see. Carrie made the motion, Stephen has just said aye, Abby is an aye. Angus,
For the same reasons Steven said aye, I'm an aye.
okay, Carrie on your motion,
Aye.
and I'm in favor, so there you go.
Can I
Brad.
just get a clarification, Mr.
Yeah,
Chair? That motion is due to lack of visibility, Carrie?
Minimal visibility.
Okay, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not
I'll
suggesting
accept that
screening. but-
language.
Okay, thank you.
Very good. All right,
thank you.
thanks, Phil. Okay, Elizabeth O'Rourke, approach the bench. No, did I do that right? No, I'm sorry, I missed Ben. I'm off. Ben, it's you. Sorry, Elizabeth, sorry.
Mr. Chair, don't forget to say the name of the address.
Oh, yes. Mm. So Ben is here to represent 56 Vesper Lane.
Very well done.
So we're not doing things.
Good evening, everybody.
Hi.
Good evening, Ben.
Good evening. Are you ready for me?
We are, I think.
He's cooperating. He's cooperating.
Oh, no, I get what I'm doing. Okay.
Little homage to John McLaughlin while we're waiting.
Oh, gosh, thanks, John, thanks.
Get the hit.
I miss you.
Yeah.
I know, that's what we do that all the time.
All right, listen, folks, regular board again, regular board. Ben, hit it.
So George and Sharon Bassett are looking to build a dwelling next to their existing dwelling. The intent is a very simple structure, single family with an ADU above and a garage side addition. We're trying to keep this very, very simple. The trim is natural cedar, the sash are black, roof is an asphalt black. And with that, I believe the drawings speak for themselves.
Okay, Ben, thank you. Who would like to begin?
This was on my consent list. I'm happy to start.
Sure, thanks, Angus.
So the architecture I think is fine. It really is this suburban touch of a garage attached to the house and fairly close to the front. The garage door there. The guidelines are pretty clear about not having parking and driveway in front. And this does, but other things along Vesper certainly do. The issue is more this appendage in the garage door facing Vesper. So those are my comments. Thanks.
Oh, okay, so basically, all is well except for the fact of the garage door?
That's correct.
Okay, thank you, Angus. Who's next?
I'll go. Can we see the site plan, please? Okay, thanks. Ben, yeah, I think just a V groove, door, garage service door, not the person door. We're talking about the front door for the vehicle. And then can we go back to the elevation, that front elevation? It'd just be nice if in that little pocket space between the porch, the covered porch on the right side and the garage, you put some kind of a small specimen tree to soften that transition a little bit. And I want to get back to, can we go back to the site plan? Ben, are there trees on this lot, on the lot itself?
No, it's an empty lawn.
Yeah, I'd like to include, are you gonna bring a landscape plan or this is it?
Well, right now, I don't know how familiar you are, but the Bassett's next door have Lelands that you can't even see the front of the house. They actually have two very large garage doors next to their
Yeah.
or whatever it is. But right now there is scrub along the road, as my pictures indicate. You know, there it is. It's a little overgrown.
All right, well, I'll broadcast for future reference, given the formality of the front of the house. If there weren't landscaping there, I'd want to have two street trees installed as part of the house approval application, so that it can be tracked easily at an inspection. But there is vegetation there, so I will not add that comment to this one.
Okay, Stephen, thank you. Next,
I could go.
Abby.
My only objection is the 2/1s. I wish they were 6/6s. I think it would change the look of this house enormously. And I agree with Stephen about just a simple horizontal planking on the garage doors
You-
to just sort of.
You mean
calm it
vertical,
down.
vertical planking.
Vertical.
That's right. Horizontal.
Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you, Abby. Val, I think it's to you.
I don't have an issue with it, given its location and everything that's going on over in that neck of the woods. I think 6/1 or 6/6 would be great. I could make a motion based on that.
Hang on one sec.
Okay.
Like, I think we're nearly there and a motion would be good, but so I definitely agree with the vertical board garage door. And 6/1s would be fine for me. It's not a deal breaker, but I think it would kick this one. We'd be able to dispense with this tonight if we had 6/1s at least.
Can I comment additionally?
Yeah, sure, Stephen, go.
I would
Done.
not be adverse to a transom over the garage door if that's a solid board door. Right, it's common. I see it all over the place.
If light's a consideration, right?
Yeah, and you know, just trim it out with a sill between it and the door itself, so it's got a, you know, a head casing and a sill.
Yep.
And then the window, and it mimics the frontispiece around the front door in some ways, and it's not unattractive and not atypical, but they still get the light inside.
I do have a window on the side, so.
Okay, well, just because it looks like you've got a 4 window door.
I
there,
do, yeah,
correct?
yeah.
That's all.
That's what they have next door, so they.
As an option, I would suggest that we give them that if you guys would get it.
Okay, but so for your purposes, Stephen, that's not essential to your.
No, just an option if they need it.
Okay.
So Ben
Is
doesn't
it-
have to come back.
Is
when they
is that
start
an
moving
extra,
the
is that an option you want to
I
exercise?
think we'll skip on it. We'll just go with the
Okay.
vertical for now, just because I would need to make sure I can fit it and
Okay.
overhead doors, all that stuff.
All right, so it sounds like the motion would be for 6/1 windows. How's that sound?
I can't tell you what the Bassett's are gonna say, but I'm gonna take the approval.
Okay. All right, 6/1 windows and vertical board on the doors instead of the windows, the glass.
And some kind of vegetation, street trees.
Yeah, I
in
would
the
like
front,
that, yeah.
If that's cleared, yeah. That cool down?
Yeah,
I mean, I
that's the
think.
motion.
Yep.
My goodness, you rolls.
You got it, Ben?
2 street trees, 6/1s and vertical on the garage door.
Right.
That's the
Very
motion.
easy.
My motion.
And I second
Okay.
that motion.
Okay, Angus, you seconded, yes, go.
I'm good with the vertical plank and the 6/1. Stephen had mentioned a tree kind of where the porch is between the driveway and the house near the garage. And also that the trees were, their existing trees up at the street. If those are maintained, I'm good with any of that. That's all.
All right. So how specific do we want to get on the language of the trees and their
Can you go through
location?
the landscape plan? What are you gonna do for the
Prob-
driveway apron?
It exists. There's an existing
It
driveway.
exists, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty basic project, so
Yeah.
I don't think we'll have a big fancy landscape plan.
Okay.
So I
But if
think
we
Bell's
need to,
motion
we
was to
can.
sprinkle some trees in there if they're needed.
Just something like even what was there, even
Or
though I
just
know
maintain
that'll
what's
come
there.
down, just to mitigate that parking in front of the house. It will
Yeah.
just block that.
Okay. So we're leaving this somewhat open to you, Ben.
Like a little dogwood.
All right, little dogwood, a pink dogwood. Okay, so on Val's motion,
Star
was Val's
magnolia.
motion, I believe, right? Yeah, okay.
Star magnolia.
So on Val's motion, Abby,
Aye.
okay, Val,
Right?
Stephen,
Aye.
Angus,
Aye.
and I'm in favor. Okay,
All right,
Ben,
thank you,
there you
guys.
go.
Appreciate it.
Okay, now Elizabeth.
So it's an application for a swimming pool in a pretty big lot. I think the intention is that they would eventually add another building kind of on the street side in front of where the pool is, but for the time being, there's 3 kids. They keep renting on the island, and the pool is all that the kids want to do. So we wanted to tuck it back in the garden and keep it very simple, no patios, but lots of screening and some fencing embedded in vegetation to make sure that you're okay to approve it and that it can't be seen from any public way.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
So, Mr. Chair,
Yes.
I did provide comments and I did forward you all an email from Rob with Wisconsin Advisory.
Oh,
You may all recall that there was a different application for this site for a pool in this location by a different agent. So there is an approval on the books for a pool in this location. There's concerns with the proximity, excuse me, on this proposed application to the side property line. Thank you.
okay, that's helpful, Holly, thank you. Did you see this?
I have a question. May I?
Stephen, go.
Through the chair. Holly, is when you say this location, are you speaking generally or you're speaking specifically? And if not specifically, where was the approval more or less than this? Is this
So
it?
bring it over to you.
No, he has it.
You have.
Oh, I have it. Okay.
Through Mr. Chair,
Looks like
yeah,
2 feet.
this is it. Well, if you look at the proposed, the coping is actually within the side property line, unless I'm reading it incorrectly. So it's closer to the side property line. Whereas the other approval showed more greenery and it was away from the property
Yeah.
line.
Like 10 feet.
Oh, okay, that's good to know.
I think I remember this.
Yeah, well, there is an opportunity right now, Abby.
I'll turn my.
You have your window of
Hang on.
opportunity. Hurry, hurry.
Okay, so, yeah, I remember this one, and there was an issue with the neighbors on, I think it was Emily, because they could look outside the window and there it was, and I think that's why it was moved to more the center of the property, which, you know, I can kind of see moving it to the north, and not having it be so close. I'm looking for the site plan. There's a site plan. Okay.
If
So,
I
yeah,
can.
yeah.
just
Well, I'm
say one-
not quite finished, but,
Just on the side.
I do think moving it into the property is the neighborly thing to do. And yeah, I think as proposed, I don't think I would be in favor of this location. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Who's next?
Can I just give one piece of like information about the site?
You can simply
So-
because nobody else
So in
jumped
the
in.
middle bed that I've illustrated there on the property, there's a
Yeah.
big cherry tree, like an old cherry tree that's existing, that is kind of quite charming in the way that it's twisted, and not that it might live forever, but we were intent on keeping it. So I think by, making, usually when you dig, you're at least gonna impact about 8 feet. So I think if we move it much more to the north, we would begin to impact that tree.
Okay, well, that's an interesting consideration, but let's continue. Who's next on this?
I'm happy to go.
Angus.
Thank you. So I appreciate the pool being in the back. That helps behind the house, and using the house to help screen it would probably work even better. But pulling it off the sideline will give more buffer room so that this isn't experienced, or seeing it at an angle. The note for the natural to weather 5-foot fence is a concern as it goes beyond the front of the house and across the whole west side of the property in front of Sankaty Road. And so that would definitely not work. So I would say there's got to be some other plan for the fencing, making a return somewhere, or having some other kind of screen, maybe buried in a, the regular wire fence buried in a hedge type thing. And maybe I'm not understanding where the fencing is shown, but that's what I'm looking at on the plan. Thanks.
Thanks, Angus. Let's see. Got Stephen, Val, right? Stephen and Val. Well, no?
Yeah, I'll go. I just, as a general matter, I think it should be pulled off the property line. And visibility is really gonna control everything else,
Okay,
or I should say lack of visibility.
right. Val?
I have nothing to add. I was just trying to blow up the picture.
So here I am. I appreciate the cherry tree thing, but boy, it would be really great to have this migrate further north somehow.
So if I moved that like 4 feet to the north to relieve that and ensure that it's screened perpetuity like you usually do, would that be acceptable to the board?
I think that's getting closer to the approval that we already did.
Why can't it go on the north side of the cherry tree? Behind the house, it would be even less visible.
It's on the corner of the property with this mature vegetation. They really wanted to tuck it in there, kind of make it its own little place rather than that typical, pool in the backyard, huge lawn. So,
Okay.
and also there will probably be a building in the front section eventually. As you can see, it's a pretty large lot.
While we're waiting for a motion,
That's right there.
could I ask a question through the chair, please?
Sure, Angus, go ahead.
Oh, just to clarify, am I understanding that correctly, that there's a proposed 5-foot vertical board fence along Sankaty Road?
We were proposing to put, so we have a very large planting
sure.
buffer there. It's about 20 feet. So we were proposing to hide a fence in there to make you feel comfortable about approving this. If that's an issue for you, we can definitely move the screening closer to the pool and do what you were saying, more like a typical hedge with a wire fence inside it. We do want to put solid board around the pool equipment, which is going in the back corner of the property. You see that as a white square back there. So that we wanted to just put a little fence around the pool equipment.
Thank you for that clarification. Yeah, my concern is that the fence is much closer to the pool and a lot farther away from Sankaty Road, unless it's inside a hedge, but not a solid board fence.
Okay, so you would like to see the fence migrate closer to the pool?
Definitely any sort of solid vertical fence would want to be kind of behind the house. This is
Behind the
just one
plane of
those-
the house?
Yeah, behind the, yeah. It maybe halfway down the house. It's just that this is one of those open vistas and that just completely changes when there's a solid board fence.
Mm-hmm.
Sanctity.
No, definitely not. Okay.
So hidden fence is what we're coming up with?
Well, hidden fence that's further away from the road,
Oh.
move back, i.e. east.
And right, Mr. Chair,
Yeah.
Elizabeth, what about just 10 feet off the property line?
For the pool?
Yeah. Which is basically what the prior approval was. The prior approval was on a cant parallel to the house.
Right.
But it's so distant from the
Right.
house.
Could we make it 8? I really want to try to save that cherry tree.
Well, can I, hold on. We might be speaking the same language here. So what's the side yard setback right now?
5.
5. Okay,
My guess.
so you're willing, I think, Elizabeth, you were willing a moment ago to move the pool 4 feet further north.
Right,
Okay, and Stephen has just said, let's have it 10 feet off the property line.
right.
So an
That's
additional.
one more
Okay.
foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so just to keep things nice and tidy and clean, I think Stephen will say that the edge of the coping will be 10 feet off of the property line.
Well, the,
Right,
the,
right,
the
that-
water line.
That,
I'm fine with the physical pool being.
oh,
10
the
feet.
water line. Oh, yeah, right. We're not worried about setbacks.
And then that gives a little bit more room for vegetation in there.
Yep,
And,
okay,
and then the fence would be the typical hidden fence further away from the street, but I think we need an exhibit A to indicate where.
I think we do. Yeah,
So that would be my motion.
okay.
And this planting has fence in it,
Right.
Yeah,
because it says existing fence and then it shows a picture.
But
of
there's an
it.
existing fence that we have a picture of it. I think you can see it. That's the picture that's just above the pool. So that's existing there. And that's taken from like we wouldn't be able to see if the pool was beyond that, but we'll add vegetation and.
Yeah, there'll be a
Yeah.
non-visible time inspection or thereafter.
Yeah.
Forevermore in perpetuity.
yeah. Are we is someone ready to make that motion?
That's my motion.
Okay, so just to recap, the motion is through an exhibit A, to move the edge of the pool, the southern edge of the pool, 10 feet off of the southern property line. To move the hidden fencing off of Sankaty Road, further back. That will be shown in exhibit A. And the third is our usual pool proviso about not visible at inspection and thereafter. That's the motion, I believe. Stephen, did I get that correctly?
That is it.
Okay, then on your motion,
Aye.
great. Val,
Okay.
Abby?
No,
No, okay, and, oh gosh, who's my
There's
other-
me,
Oh,
but
Angus, yeah, right.
can I just clarify something?
Yeah,
The hidden fence, is this a wire fence inside a hedge? Is that what we're talking about?
It's just, well, I'll let Elizabeth speak, but the standard.
We could do picket. We could do a picket fence.
The
4 feet
matching what's
vegetation.
existing,
Yep.
the height and details. Okay, I'm fine with that.
and it's obviously further back that from the road than it is currently.
Right.
That's part of the exhibit A.
Yeah, that's up to you guys to do
All right, so,
Exhibit.
is that an I?
that's an aye. Thank you.
Okay, and I'm in favor. So there we go, and somebody out there is gonna be doing an exhibit A.
I'm gonna do an exhibit A and Elizabeth, I'm gonna ask you to serve as my bifocals because this is very little.
Okay, great. All right, so we're gonna move along to 5 meter. And Stephen, I'm just gonna let you do that. So it's gonna be Abby, Val, Angus, me, and Connie. There we are.
Hi, Patrick
Hi.
Higley, Structures Unlimited.
Yep, thanks.
I have put together a set of pictures representing what is a new fence, but there were existing fences in the same location. Sent some pictures to Fiona and Kathy. I just came across these pictures. These are the fences on both Meter Street and on Washington Street. What we're trying to do is match existing fences on Washington Street to the fences that are to the right of the property. And then on the back side, you slide down a little bit. Going. That's it. We also wanted to place, if you go back up to the top to the picture. Okay, there's a. Okay, so what we're interested in doing is putting a fence along Washington Street with privet hedges behind it. We are also interested in, there should be another, there should be more pictures than that.
The original submission.
There we go. There we go. Go down a little more. Okay, very good. Very good. This is the cottage in the, this is the cottage that's on the back side of the property. And what we're looking to do is add a fence there to enclose the yard that's behind the fence. And they're matching fences.
Okay. So one up at the front on Washington with the privet behind it and one in the back.
Yes.
All right.
Mr. Chair, I had this for consent.
Oh, yeah, you did, Connie. Yes.
And Holly had some concerns about the curb cut with the planning board. And also you didn't mention the brick driveway. That's still part of this,
Okay.
correct?
Yeah, that's so that's the fence. So if we go back up to, scroll up a little bit. Bill. Down, down. Here. That. Okay, that's right there. All right, so in addition, what we'd like to do is take the existing stone drive and replace that with brick. We're looking to use a herringbone pattern, similar to what was used in front of Jack and Charlie's, as that picture up in the right-hand side represents. That's the pattern that we're looking to replicate. And going off the existing apron. We are not looking to disturb the sidewalk. We're looking to keep the sidewalk patterns. And we're looking to complement them, not upstage them.
Okay, thank you. The board again, Abby, Val, Angus, Connie, myself, would like to start.
Mr. Chair.
Holly, sorry.
All good. So, just for some context, there obviously no concern with the proposed type 2 picket fence, which is existing with the 1940s dwelling that's there. I just also want to mention you all are reviewing, in the process of reviewing is a new dwelling in this location, as well as the planning board approved a secondary dwelling in 2021. And with that, they review for adequate access, meaning for driveways off of both. So that means they have to be constructed to that. So I'm a little concerned with the commission reviewing a proposed driveway off of Washington Street that does not match the planning board's approval. This is also located, as you know, in the flood zone, and in an impervious surface. It would not really necessarily a good idea. a more porous surface, which is actually consistent with what the planning board approved on their adequate access approval for the secondary dwelling. So staff is concerned on, what exactly is the proposal? It's kind of piecemeal here. Are we moving forward with the other dwelling? I know that's a separate application, but at the very least, the proposed driveway should be consistent with what the planning board approved off of Washington Street. That plan also included a driveway off of Meter Street, but I understand that that's not on the table for the board to review this evening. There's just a lot of questions. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay,
Can I make a comment?
you may. I want to thank Holly first. Thank you, Holly. Now you can make your comment.
So long-term, yes, there is a secondary dwelling in the HDC. We're working to build a bigger structure. This is I don't want to say this is a temporary solution. This is a solution that aesthetically looks balanced with the house. It enhances the property. And if long-term we don't get the HDC approval for a larger structure, this is an appropriate long-term solution, both for the front and the back.
Okay, so implicit in that is the whole driveway thing. You have planning board approval for it, but that was based on the second dwelling?
Yes.
Okay, so what you're saying is like you don't have your second dwelling yet.
Well, this is effectively a second dwelling, but
Is there a picture of the house?
I mean, I guess,
it's a different, we're proposing a different secondary dwelling other than this one.
yeah,
So if you all, thank you, Mr. Chair, you all remember that the house that's out in front was the house that actually Val designed in the 90s that got moved across the street, which is about the same time
Absolutely.
frame the planning board approved the secondary dwelling. So regardless of secondary dwelling, adequate access was required for that building to be moved over because the existing structure, which is the small cottage in the back, is the 1940s one-story structure
yeah.
that's there. So at the end of the day, your planning board approval was necessary in order to have the dwelling there. I would recommend that your adequate access does not change to this, that it's consistent with what the planning board approved, which is both in material and size, meeting the zoning bylaw.
Is there any reason that you're not doing it that way?
From what
As, according to the
from what I
planning board?
see,
Yeah,
the plan that's proposed here, the driveway structure resembles what has been approved in the past. If you go and slide up to underneath the application, you'll see that the
Yeah, that's right.
driveway structure, each driveway structure for the proposed here is the same structure up there on the left-hand corner next to the lettering is
Yeah.
the same as what is proposed in the HDC secondary expanded structure. They are the same driveway. We are not changing the driveways. As a matter of fact, that's the most intelligent way to approach the property.
So I
No
have a
matter
question,
what
Mr. Chair.
kind or structure, what size structure is there.
Hmm.
We haven't changed it at all.
I think it comes down more to material.
Mhm.
The planning board approval says. What does it say?
The pervious surface.
Yes,
So that's on,
Meaning-
that's on the front side of the property.
stone.
right.
Right, and you want to change it to
To brick.
brick. So what is that considered?
Impervious. Well, like, in between the bricks.
You
wood.
know, hang on.
I'd like to talk too.
Abby, why don't you go first?
Yeah, so Val brought up, and the whole thing for me is about material. I mean, we're right down there on Washington Street. You're right across from a beach. And herringbone brick is very formal. And I personally, I like that. It's neat, it's tidy and it's historic. But down there, it's a different situation, and I would like to either see stone, I would even see shell after the sidewalk, and I would add more vegetation just because now the plan is to put parking in front of the whole front of the building, and I think we want to sort of soften that. So those are my thoughts.
Okay, thank you, Abby.
May I?
Yeah,
The parking is there already, as it is shown, except for the privet part in the fence.
mhm.
I don't think that's changing, right, Patrick?
We're
No,
actually
it's just
increasing the amount of
material.
planting.
And what I'm not comfortable with is, I think the brick looks great, but we don't supersede the planning board for material. Correct? In other words, they're saying something like these examples in the area are
Impervious.
permeable.
Pervious.
And that's per your design guidelines, the commission's design guidelines, really at Nantucket.
Okay. So that's the only thing that needs, in my opinion, needs some clarification, yeah.
Right. Who else is on this? Let's see. Angus, you're on this.
I can go.
Yeah.
So, I think a type 2 fence and planting is an improvement on this site. If you think about Washington Street, really, as long as the street is, there are very few cases where the driveway isn't behind or beside or something. And to have parking in front of the house is an anomaly there. And I mean, I guess that the site was just cleared, right, when the house was moved and never really filled in. So, I mean, I don't know if the parking was ever really like an approved parking. I'd rather not see it, but if it's sort of grandfathered in, I think this is an improvement on what was there, and it certainly should meet any guidelines that we've set for resilience, and permeable materials. Thank you.
Angus, thanks. Is Stephen on this?
No, I am.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay. Connie,
Yeah, and I, my concerns, I originally thought I could put this on consent, but then, Holly pointed out the planning board issue with the curb cut. And I think the fence, the picket and the privet are appropriate. I just think it's a matter of the material for the driveway. I don't think the brick is appropriate, although it would look nice. I'm not a big fan of pea stone, which I think is there. It just seems to get all over the place. But if we could come up with maybe a cobble or, some kind of combination, I think maybe that would look nice or be appropriate. Thank you.
Connie, thank you. So, I guess where I'm getting caught up on this is I'm not sure that I would personally call brick, unless it's laid down on concrete substrate, impermeable. Sometimes I wish brick was impermeable, like when we're building chimneys. But landscape brick is usually permeable. The water runs right through it. And I also I'd like to make a distinction between, what our purview is and what that of the planning board is. And, like if you decide to do brick and the planning board says brick's impermeable, that's not our problem. It's your problem. Aesthetically, I don't object to the brick. I'd certainly rather see that than say asphalt, but I don't think I'm in the majority on that. I think that the consensus view is, as I understand it, is that the brick in that area is a little bit too formal. So what I'm going to suggest is that we approve. Doesn't seem to be any issue with the fences and the landscaping, but I think that we probably want to stay safe and do the gravel on the parking area. That's my thought.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Stephen.
may I make a comment?
Yeah, of course.
I think the concept of this apron being to the extent this apron is deeper than the sidewalk from the road to the house, which I'm uncertain of looking at the drawing, I believe that it is. I would say that it'd be foreshortened, and that's gonna be up to the applicant and the applicant's agent to go back to the planning board, but having an apron that protrudes into into a gravel area that extends beyond the depth of the sidewalk is gonna look strange down there. Especially given that used to just be like a dirt parking for a bunch of little cottages.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
So
And they can get I'm sorry, they can get an exception under the zoning bylaw for the depth of an apron. It would, I presume, be a de minimis change and for the planning board, or they could make the case and it would be a hearing type approach.
I don't understand, where is the apron? Where's the side? Are we all looking at the same thing? Because I don't see where it says apron.
This is the side.
After Abby's comment, I'm happy to make a motion.
Apron goes into the lawn.
Angus, were you talking about a motion just now?
Yeah.
I was, but I
Then
want,
let's give it a try.
Just
I,
before.
we make a motion to,
Angus, sorry, 1 second, Connie.
That's
So
fine.
Mr. Chair, through you, I do agree about the brick with you, that it just looks neater. Unfortunately, if it's not considered impervious, then I think
It's not considered
Pervious.
You see,
It is-
I
yeah.
can't speak to that. I don't know, clearly like asphalt would be, an example of an impervious surface. Okay, so Angus, what was your motion gonna be, friend?
oh, it was to approve as submitted, except the apron doesn't go any further than the house side of the sidewalk. Basically, it's just matching whatever the sidewalk is. That kind of would be the apron.
Right.
And to have stone instead of brick for the driveway.
Okay, I think that's a safe motion, and maybe we can, you could get some more information from the planning board about the status of brick and give it another try. Angus, thanks for the motion. On that motion, Abby. Oh, no,
I'll just say what it is again. So you get out, so after the sidewalk, there's an apron of brick.
No, basically the sidewalk is the apron.
The sidewalk is
And
the
then
apron,
from the inside edge of the sidewalk in is gravel.
is gravel. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, that's, do you have you want to second it?
Good question.
Okay,
Doesn't the DPW have to approve it?
Yes. Yes, and it should be consistent with the planning board for dimensions.
well, is it, what we're suggesting is consistent with,
Except for the depth of the apron.
And I even think the dimensions of the actual driveway itself, from the corner rounding to corner rounding, he has no dimensions on that.
Right, why don't we hold for some more information and we
Yeah.
review?
That's probably.
And Patrick can talk to the
All right.
DPW.
okay. So, Angus, can we kind of pull back on the motion?
I withdraw my motion.
Yeah,
For
okay, or you can amend it just to go do more information, please.
More information to reflect where we were headed, I guess.
Okay, that's great. Thank you. On Angus's revised motion, Abby,
Aye.
Val, Connie,
I,
Angus,
Aye.
and I'm in favor. Okay.
Info, Patrick.
Yeah, thanks.
Great, thank you very much.
Yeah. All right. Okay, 2C Street.
Okay.
Good evening.
Oh,
Hi, Matthew. Regular board, Matthew.
Thank you.
There it is.
Yeah, really. You got that right, Stephen.
Oh, and when we talk about the fees, can we also talk about pizza?
Oh.
It's a great idea. Who doesn't like pizza?
You got your hands full, Mr. Chair.
I think we should vote through that we fine the select board daily
Yeah,
until we get our pizza
Pizza back.
stipend.
Hold them hostage.
we don't get paid that extra 10 grand that they got at the,
Town
Yeah.
meeting.
Oh,
Black
town
board.
meeting.
Each.
And not
we're
that they
the
asked,
town stepchild over here.
you get the poor
We
IT
do a
and no
potluck.
pizza.
Mm.
And nothing on our IT staff who do
Oh,
a
there you
bang up
go,
job
yeah.
with Band-Aids, gum and
Yeah,
shoestring.
well, so
Side.
I'm sharing my screen, so with your permission, Mr. Chair, I could jump right in.
Yeah, please do.
Okay, so thank you. So this is 2C Street. I'm gonna switch back and forth a little bit before between the just overall site plan, just so you can see which structure this
Yeah.
is.
Mhm.
So the structures on the top of the page are White Elephant Way, and so this is on C Street. You've seen 6C Street and 4C Street. We've actually made some revisions, and so we're here before you tonight for 2C Street. We included the streetscape. And the other thing to point out about the streetscape, which includes the street scan, is these actually reflect some of the changes that the board had requested at the previous hearing for
Yeah.
6C Street and 4C Street, which I think were great suggestions. But I thought it was important just to show the collection of the architecture types. Again, these are all intended to be completely different and custom design or custom, solutions, if you will. This, which is 2C Street, is indicative of like the Brant Point vernacular, if you will. This style is found throughout the Brant Point. So we thought that it was helpful to integrate that. A similar style is found on White Elephant Way. So with that, I thought that was important to show you. And then as far as the building itself is concerned, we're just going to go through the elevations really quickly. So this one is proposed to be white trim. All the other structures on C Street are a gray trim, a muted color tone. And we thought for consistency and the variety that having just one be white made sense. And this style we thought was the most appropriate for the white trim, because any example that we found or antecedent that we found in the Brant Point area was like this, was white. We do have black shutters. It's not quite a Hamilton blue, but it's very similar to a Hamilton blue front door. One thing that I looked at, which is not part of this submission, is the second floor fenestration. The shingled space between the windows and the two flanking doors kind of bugs me. And so we've actually looked at ways to add some fenestration to increase that window to wall area ratio. But beyond that, all the trim details are fairly straightforward. Color schemes, like I said, white on white. And in the interest of brevity, look forward to your comments, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Okay, Matthew, thank you. Regular board, anybody ready?
I'm ready.
Abby?
I want to say that the first floor is reading quite, genuinely as a house that might be there. But the second floor starts to look a little bit more like a hotel. And I think, I'd like to keep it more like a residence. I would do the opposite. I would fill in front of those two doors that you have on the second floor. I would fill those in with shingle and have the opening just over the front door. I would I don't know if those are two doors, but I would separate those ganged. They look to me like windows. I would separate those. And I would do, in the attic on the third floor, I would do an anomaly window, something something decorative rather than just, 1/1s. I think it's, everything above that balustrade just looks a little commercial to me. where the first floor looks very residential and appropriate. Thank you.
Okay, Abby, thanks. Who's next?
I'll go.
Stephen,
I agree with Abby.
okay? It's easy, good. Next,
I can go.
Angus.
Um, I agree with Abby as well. When you look along, like it's I guess Harbor View, on the other side of
Yeah.
Beach Street, there are some gables that are above the the regular shed dormer. But they're set back and they're kind of funky in itself. And, it seems like closer to the water, the kind of the more you get away with that kind of thing. But in this case, I think just the shed dormer makes sense. And if there is going to be a balcony above the door, I would try to bring it in, and that will eliminate the shingle area between the doors and the windows, and then shingle the rail completely. Other than that, yeah, I agree with Abby. Thanks.
Okay. Angus, thank you. I think that might be you, Val.
I was thinking it looked like all the other houses that Matt did in back of this that look lovely. But I wouldn't be averse to some of the changes he suggested.
Okay, that's fair enough. So I do agree with this. I know the house on, you guys just mentioned the name of this,
Harbor View.
Harbor View. Yeah, I mean, this is, which is, by the way, I think an inn, right? Isn't that house an inn? Anyway, I think that if it's sort of scaled back, the double windows in the middle, I think that's been mentioned. I'm not hugely in love with the white doors on the second floor. They could potentially go to gray and have a little bit less visual impact, but yeah, that's it. I mean, otherwise it's a good looking house. Well, it is a good looking house. I think can just be improved a bit. Do we want to hold this for some, what appear to be very minor revisions?
That motion.
Okay. On Abby's motion, Val,
Hi.
Stephen,
Aye.
Angus,
Aye.
and Abby,
Aye.
and I'm in favor.
Thank you very much.
Matt, thanks for that. It looks like we're going to go out now to Swift Rock, right?
Yes. So with your permission, Mr. Chair, I'll begin.
Hmm.
So this is, well, we're looking to add a chimney. It's in a house that's, it's weather tight at this point. You approved it, I think, about a year ago. It's under construction, and we're looking to add a chimney, actually add a fireplace. And so I'm just going to scroll through the elevations. Again, you can see this is, let's get the actual number, 300 and, that is 7, I'm blind, 378 feet from North Swift Rock. I think you probably can see the roof from other vantage points in the area, but it is a pretty far distance. So it's really just the this elevation here. The height of the chimney is on the north elevation, obviously on the south as well. The face of the building is the west, and I just don't think it's going to be visible on the face of the building. You will see it on the north and south if you are on the property, but it's a simple corbelled chimney. So that's all I'm here before you for, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Regular board again.
I have a question through the chair, if I may.
Yeah, Angus, go.
To meet code, can that chimney be lower, more like the 3 feet above the ridge?
I can answer that through you, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, go.
So Angus, we did look at that to try to lower it as much as possible because the proximity of the roof walk, that's the height that it has to be. So
Got you. Thanks. That's what I figured.
Concerns, folks, anything?
I don't have any concerns.
Ditto from me.
I think a chimney's almost always welcome, and I'm not even sure this is going to be visible. It's fine with me.
Diane says more chimneys.
There we are. You,
I missed her.
you
so-
channeled
The group
her.
is submitted.
Yeah. You made a motion. Okay. On Stephen's motion, Abby,
I,
Val,
Aye.
Angus.
Aye.
Stephen,
Aye.
and I'm in favor.
Thank you all very
There
much.
you go. All right, sauna. There you are. So the cottage first. Regular board. Gotta get some of that food down there. Son, I think it's okay to start.
So this is just an 850 square foot cottage on the front of the property. If you can see from the site plan, it's very narrow property, just under 44 feet wide and 150 feet deep. So this cottage was situated in the front over by the parking so that it can kind of block the duplex, the larger building in the back as well. But this is just a little modest little cottage that they're we use as an entertainment space for. And that the side, the north side is the one that is facing the street,
North.
but it's down Rosebud, so you go down and turn right, and then it's on the left, and on the left of the property there, it's all trees, and on the right of the property, there's like an old greenhouse. So it's kind of tucked right in there.
Okay. Comments, please, folks?
Can we see the side elevate, the south or the, I'm sorry, the east or the west? I'm not, given the area, I'll just jump in. I'm not adverse. Can we go back to the north? It's a flush face, so it's a 1 3/4 disguised as a dormer. I'm not terribly concerned about that if there's some type of a box soffit. So that you're not just, I think it would be inappropriate and it will look much more so in real life if that fascia is just applied to the exterior wall. I think it needs to be built out 6 inches. And we see that with gambrels, right? Where it's not even a gambrel, but it's made to look that way by the fascia being boxed out on the rigs.
Right.
There's one on Union Street. Anyways, that's my only concern with it.
Okay. Thanks, Stephen. Who's next?
I don't quite understand what Steve, I think I'm agreeing with Stephen, but I'm not sure how
So,
it happened.
Well, it's a really good point. So, right now it's a flush dormer and we are talking about the north side, right, Sana?
Yep.
No, north is going to be the visible one. So, if that was actually a boxed out soffit with a proper like gutter running on it, it's going to make this visual break between what otherwise would be perceived as just a one wall plane.
Yeah,
You know,
So
the
just more-
dormer would just go straight on
That's
down.
more chunky.
You're just gonna build that soffit out.
Yeah, you know, if you have a 6-inch soffit with a fascia and a gutter attached to that, then it's gonna do the job.
I think it needs a freeze. I think it
Well,
needs a freeze or something too.
Underneath that, you
There's
get-
a lot of space there. The door needs some more trim to look like a front door.
Okay.
that's true.
And the way that the parking goes right up to the building is rather unusual too.
yeah,
I feel like it needs to be pushed back and there should be some vegetation.
Yeah, the parking that we have is 19 feet deep, so we don't need that much by zoning. We just were planning on if someone has trucks because the two families that bought this lot together, they are splitting the land. And they all are in construction and everything, so they have the larger truck. So we wanted to give the larger room, but we would absolutely be okay with doing some vegetation, hydrangeas at the end of the parking before the
It
cottage.
needs something. It's like the building will be, I mean, the cars will be right up to the building.
Yeah, you
I
can
mean,
hit
there
the
isn't
house.
even a stoop. It's not showing a stoop even.
Can we go to the site plan?
No, I don't want to personally go off course on this, but those are required parking spaces, right?
Yes.
And I
Yeah,
thought
so
it-
like you can't just decide to take a required depth, even though you drive a, a mini. You can't just take a 19-foot space that's a legal space and decide to chop it down in favor of vegetation.
What I mean is we can move the cottage back a couple feet.
Okay,
And
sorry.
we
Well,
create
okay, then that
something.
is, yes, that
They're
is
just
the
there.
remedy.
It's not really
That's the
gonna be visible
remedy.
because the cars, that is the only place for the cars to park.
Got it. Okay, thank you, Sona. Sorry, I misunderstood.
And Sana, just, do you mind, Mr. Chairman, just for the planning purposes, the parking spaces are minimum 20 with one being 17.
Right.
Correct.
So 17.8 and 20.10. There's a 29, 20
29.
foot by 9 feet.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, we have a 19 by 10, so
okay.
I will adjust that.
And
Miss-
and what about like a little pent roof over the front door?
Okay.
Mr. Chair, before
Yeah,
you
a shed.
go further, there's someone with the public with their hand raised. I believe it's in the
Okay,
letter.
member of the public with your hand raised.
It's Katie. Katie Holden.
Oh,
Hello.
Hi.
I am a butter across the street, and my primary concern, I had written a letter this morning, is about the parking concerns and not specifically necessarily the cottage, but the full property with the duplex and the cottage. And the street parking of the amount of bedrooms with just 4 parking spots.
Well, I can. Not our purview.
Right, although we are required 4 because it's 1 per bedroom.
Yeah,
And the front cottage is not gonna be used as any kind of housing or anything like that. It's stored on the second floor, and on the first floor, it's kind of just in between the duplex and the cottage is gonna be a small pool that we're gonna
Mhm.
come back for later, hopefully get approved. But so that's gonna be kind of used as their entertainment house, kind of. And then the back, there's only 2 bedrooms in each of the houses. And that's, I mean, they're small.
So
They don't need the extra space, so we're only required the 4 parking spaces.
sorry again, so it does show that there's the 3rd floor with the dormers, and I noticed that there was no plans for that 3rd floor as well as for the basement that includes the window wells and the stairwell. So again, my concern would just be that additional bedrooms could be created with those living spaces, and the concern of street parking, whether the front cottage is used for a bedroom or what, but having just 4 spots for the potential of, yes, what is shown of just 4 bedrooms and 2 offices, but with all that additional
Hey,
living space.
Katie,
Yep.
no, I don't want to cut you short,
No, please.
but I feel like we're drifting off of HDC's purview into more of a
Completely.
planning / building department purview. We're concerned mainly about the aesthetics of the building. But thank you for your comments.
Got it.
All right, so, what I've heard so far, and frankly, we are it's the regular board. We're gonna move the house back such that we get our 4 legal spaces plus room to plant. That was one thing. The second was to provide a box soffit, say 6 inches fascia, and then a freeze board underneath that to do away with all that shingle space that's underneath of the current eave. those are the things I've heard so far. Is there anything else that anyone would like to add or?
Can I speak?
Little shed roof over the front door.
Oh yeah, someone mentioned the frontispiece, which I liked, shed over the front door, good.
Ray, I haven't spoken yet.
I'm aware, and I was just gonna, address you, so go ahead, Angus, yes.
I agree with what's been said, and to the point of this being a flush dormer with a soffit coming across it. I think that the idea of a pronounced soffit makes a lot of sense, but also if it steps back 6 inches from the face, then we're much closer to the sort of the 1 foot from the front, unless it is a flush dormer. And I agree about the pent roof. I think that's a good idea, and definitely a 3 foot setback or so forth from the parking, so that there's room to buffer this. This is like right up on the street and completely consuming the lot as shown on the site plan. Thank you.
Thanks, Angus. Stephen, were you about to say something?
Yeah, I got a supplement. I mean, I focused on the architecture, charming, relatively simple building, could be charming with good details. But, now I'm looking, can we zoom in a little bit on that site plan? There's more than one unbuilt lot down there. There's actually a few.
There's what?
More
More
than one unbuilt lot down there. And this is pretty much lot line to lot line
Easily.
with
over the lot line.
no, I mean, I think it's too dense.
Hmm.
How do you walk around the house?
Like the cottage would need to be, I think, 75% smaller. I'm having difficulty now that I'm looking at the site
I
plan.
think you meant 25% smaller.
Yeah, well, 75 would make it small, but.
Yeah, would make it pretty
Yeah,
small.
75% of its current footprint.
Right.
And I think the other thing is that, if this isn't gonna be, if this is for storage and whatnot, we're not, making determinations based on the purpose, but given the proximity to the street and the density that will be in this area, this would be a much shorter cottage or storage building or entertainment building or whatever it's called. I mean, it's gonna be permitted, I presume, as a dwelling. I think I would suggest we treat it as such. So I'm just, I apologize, but I'm thinking on my feet here, and now that I'm seeing the context of that site plan, I think this should be dramatically smaller, both with respect to its overall mass and its height, footprint wise and its height. So volumetrically, and that will start to create less of a perception of weight on the lot. And this whole area is, I think, an important consideration. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Anyone else? Because I think this is actually sort of steering more towards not a, an Exhibit A type arrangement, but more of a hold for revisions.
Yeah, that was gonna be my motion.
Okay, let's do that. Okay, so Shauna, you've heard the concerns. Some of them are overlapping, front porch, frontispiece. We're gonna let you work that out.
May I just ask?
Yeah.
Is there a consensus on the density here, or is it just? me?
Yeah, no, yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
now that you
Something Shauna
bring it
brought
up, I mean, yeah, I don't even know how you could build it this way.
Beginning, it's like, holy, yeah, we're under the allowable. I don't.
Yeah,
care. It's
allowable.
Yeah, it's the size.
Absolutely understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Don McLaughlin used to say zoning will let you build a skyscraper, but the HTC doesn't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Abby's motion was to hold for revisions. Let's stay with that. So on Abby's motion, Val,
I.
Stephen,
Aye.
Angus,
Aye.
Abby,
I,
and I'm in favor. Okay, so that was that.
Detailed, site plan too.
There's
Yeah.
good idea.
With like hardscape and everything, or?
No, just with like with the box that's highlighted, showing where it is on the locust map, looks like that's a lot that got cut in half.
Yeah.
Just to see the real density.
Yeah.
You know, some context.
Okay.
Is the, Rusani, is the road a dirt road or is it asphalt?
That's all.
And if there's not a, this is the backside of Donnie Holgate's old lot, right?
Yeah, there's that, when you go in, it's like the new, I think it's Thai House or something that's built on the right, and then there's
Yeah.
a big vacant lot on the, or on the left, and there's a vacant lot on the
Yeah,
right, and then you kind of go in and you take your first right, and then it's.
I'd like to see, in addition to some additional site plan information, is the locus, like a half sheet of the locus map.
Okay.
You know, so we can blow it up. If we don't have to blow it up so much to see the lines, we can see where the lines are and maybe the subdivision map.
That
Just,
would be good.
I think we need to be a little careful here, and I don't want to pick on this fella or lady. It's not that. It's just this could be very easily go wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry,
I don't really know the area, so I think maybe a view is right.
Yeah,
But it's not,
It's off Forest
it's,
Ave.
it's,
a little bit down.
Yeah.
I mean, it gets.
Listen, we do have another project on the same piece of property.
I'd ask to track.
What, you want to track it?
I think so. Well, I mean,
I
talk
haven't
about
looked at it yet.
Talk about it.
Let's talk about it just briefly, but so,
I think
same
this is the
board.
one Mr.
board.
Holgate was referring to.
Oh,
Third floor.
well, that, yes, definitely that, because there was not a third floor on what we just reviewed. Duplex.
One duplex.
Did we just give our two, yeah,
Just quick. Although,
downsize?
Too big.
And that's like a fault. Corner board, so it's one big flush wall,
Yeah.
both sides of the building. Eh.
oh, yeah, agree,
I'm with the at.
yeah. Angus, anything?
And then to put a.
I agree with the
Sorry, what?
I agree with the
Oh, okay, all right. All right, so same deal, reduction in size, scale,
Fairly
yeah.
dramatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this fake corner board thing is tough. So hold this for revisions as well, right, folks?
Yes.
Oh, okay,
75% again.
was that your
Max.
motion, Abby?
Yeah, that's my motion. I don't want to, yeah.
Okay, so on
on.
Abby's motion to hold for revisions and a view, Val,
Aye.
Stephen.
Aye.
Stephen.
Aye.
Angus.
Aye.
Abby,
I'm an aye.
and I'm in favor. Okay. All right, for Van Fleet Circle.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Can you
Hi,
hear me?
Chip.
Hey, everyone. So Chip Webster here, representing Fort Van Fleet. And if I can share the screen, I'll walk you through the proposed revisions.
Quickly before I leave for dinner.
All right, let me know when this comes up, okay?
Almost there.
Can you see it?
Yep.
Okay, Chip Webster on behalf of the applicant for proposed fenestration revisions at Fort Van Fleet. As a reminder for the board, if you look at the locus plan, you can see the location of the property, fronts on Fort Van Fleet to the east, and then it's a 3-acre site, and the house is set almost completely to the rear. So as we look at the site plan, we can see here it's about 800 feet back from Fort Van Fleet, and it's pretty vegetated. It was determined through the process by the board that the primary concerns throughout the review process were second floor and so forth, because the first floor is blocked. by the vegetation. So, pretty straightforward. This is proposed for the front of the house, the east facing side. Again, it's about 800 feet back from 4 Van Fleet. And in both cases, it's not adding any fenestration, it's just pulling it together. On the second floor, pulling the windows to gang with the door, which was necessitated from some internal floor plan revisions. And on the first floor, taking a triple and a single that were previously approved and pulling those together in the middle. On the rear of the house, the only proposal is the addition of a skylight, and it's located in a connecting link between masses, so it's set back from both of those masses. On the south elevation, no proposed changes. And to the north, you can see proposed removal of some windows on the first floor, a slight shift of a window on the right-hand side of the second floor, and then a change in window style on the left-hand side of the second floor. So with that, I bring to the board for comments and questions. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Oops.
Chip. Regular board. Anything? Folks?
No.
No, we got nothing.
Is that south quadruple window? Was that okayed before? The one on the south?
On the south, let me go to that.
The E window.
In a slightly different configuration.
Wait a second, I'm sorry, Mr. Chair, the south elevation, is this the one you're asking about?
It's the tall one, Chip, the E window.
Oh, yes. So
You know
that,
which one we're talking about.
so that, yes, that's previously approved. For some reason, the drawing at the bottom, this is not showing, it's missing a mutton, which is going to be part, you can see in the upper drawing, it is showing all of the correct muttons. But yes, that window was approved, and there are no proposed changes to this side.
Okay. Anything?
I have a question through the chair.
Angus.
Just as far as vegetation on the east side, on the Van Fleet side between the house and the road sort of meanders. It's not a straight run. Is that fairly vegetated across that stretch?
It is. As you can see on the site plan where it's dotted in, there's an existing house that was removed, an existing studio in the front that was removed. So, and you can see also dotted in where the previous drive went to that existing house. So those areas are clear, but other than that, everything else is got its natural vegetation.
I guess what the question is because of the existing vegetation, are the proposed changes to the, let's call it the front of the house, the east facing side, going to be visible?
The first floor, through the chair, the first floor will definitely not be visible. The second floor may be visible somewhere along 4 Van Fleet from about 800 feet back.
Thank you.
I can go.
Thank you, Abby.
As we're on the east elevation right now, the only thing I would say, because I remember trying to find this place and it is really hard. And once you find the driveway, you go through all these Russian olives and it's pretty, I mean, if I can remember correctly, it's pretty dense vegetation. But still on that above the front door, which I guess it's front door there, I would just pull in the balustrade there to the windows. I guess those are windows, yeah. And just so it's not so, and I would do that to the massing to the left, the lower massing of the sliding French doors. I would do the same thing, pull those in a little bit. Thank you.
Thanks, Abby.
Hey, Chip? is-
Yes.
Everything's framed up, correct?
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not?
No, the foundation is in place, but no framing yet.
Okay, that was just, I have no concerns. Thank you.
Okay, Val, thanks. We have Angus and Stephen.
I can go.
Yes,
So I think a good way to mitigate those doors, I mean, hopefully the vegetation is going to cover in front of the house, but it's almost 3 football fields away. I think that Abby's suggestion is a good one to mitigate this, and I would shingle the rail across, and that would just make those large windows slash doors appear more like windows. Otherwise, I'm fine with the application.
okay, Angus, thank you. I believe that comes around to you, Stephen.
I look at this thing and Chip, no offense, I just the fenestration on this, I know you're just in for the windows, but I think the only way this is appropriate is if this is, there's like a mound, it looks like a mound of cypress on the horizon growing. I'll be voting no.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's far enough away from the road, and the changes really they're de minimis. Can we have a motion?
I'd make a motion to approve as submitted with the east facing balcony where the 2 windows and French doors are being converted to a 4-unit. That's a shingled rail across.
On the east, right?
Correct.
Okay. That is your motion,
That's the
right?
motion. Yep.
Okay, let's give it a try. And if somebody could just write that down on, I don't think we need to.
Second that for just once.
Yes,
So
go ahead.
tiny
Yeah,
bit,
okay.
that in, to Stephen's point, I'd
Mm.
like to say that the vegetation that is intact, how do you say this? It stays intact, that it's not a leveled
I
site.
can add to my motion to maintain the existing vegetation.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thanks, Angus. So Abby on that motion.
I'm an aye.
Thank you, Val.
Aye.
Stephen,
No.
okay, Angus,
Aye.
and I'm in favor too. So that motion carries 4 in favor, 1 opposed. Abby, are you able to write that on there?
I do it as we speak.
Very good. Thank you very much.
So, Mr. Chair, if I could just get clarification. So it's approved with the shingled section in that middle section.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Everyone have a good evening.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, now we're on to 25 Nobadeer.
Jason is not online.
Yeah, he's not, I don't
He's
think
not
he's
in the room
not
either.
in the room either. He's not
No.
very consistent about showing up. Okay, so I guess, we'll go to Tori's stuff. And should Jason appear, we'll go back, but otherwise, we're gonna go have some dinner. All right, so Tori, we're 5 No Nantum.
Good evening, everyone.
Hi.
Okay.
Regular board again.
Okay, great.
Tori, thanks.
So Ray, Val, Abby, Stephen, and Angus?
Yep.
Okay. We have a vacant lot at 5 Nonantum Avenue. It fronts on Surfside Road. And that small kind of dead end road is a private dirt way that's got 3 homes, with this being what will be the 4th off of that little area. We're proposing a new main dwelling. This is a similar design to a home that you've approved on many different locations throughout the island. We've got a ridge height at its highest at 29 feet, going down to as low as 26 feet, 4 inches in some areas. 2/2 Anderson windows, 400 series. We're proposing Nantucket gray. We're proposing black sash. And I think it's a handsome, well-designed home. There's a couple of little things that we've been talking about with revisions already. But with that, I'll leave it to you and look forward to your comments.
Okay, thanks. Let me know when one of you are ready to.
Just digesting what.
Yeah, I am too.
So the
Okay,
front
so-
door, the front door faces the dirt
Right.
road that I described.
I'll go.
Okay.
Basically, I think this is fine, with the exception of a few things. One, the roof walk is very atypical and large for the structure. It doesn't follow our traditional roof, guidelines with the posts running through and being a third of the roof line. I can't tell underneath if it's closed in or open. The little peak things on the roof, I really don't understand. And I think overall, the massing needs to do something. Like maybe the windows get a little bit longer on the second floor. They look too small or something. And there's a lot of wall space. So other than that, I think all in all, it's pretty typical. It just needs some adjustment to things like the dormers, the roof walk. Maybe window sizes instead of square, and the peaks. That's my comment.
All right, Val, thank you. Who's next?
I'll go.
Stephen.
So I'm concerned about a couple different things here.
Hmm.
One, can we go back to the first set of elevations? First floor fenestration, the windows and the are oversized height wise. But that's the bigger issue, the concern is those peaks on the primary mass are attempting to address a very atypical situation where you have flanking gables, forward-facing gables on each side that are squished into the main mass such that that roof of the primary mass is actually being built around the gable facade on one side. So on the north elevation, the left side secondary mass, the primary mass gable is actually being built around it. And then when you view it from the west, it's not as visible. You just see that kind of odd ridge on the main mass. Typically how that's addressed is there's the space, the gables, the right side of the gable forward that you don't see that's buried in the house actually doesn't begin until the end of the left side of the main dwelling. So the simpler way of saying it is you would take those two gable secondary masses and you would pull them out such that they would then adjoin the primary mass on the left and the right sides of the primary mass. And then you would work on your roof masses in order to have those connect properly. I don't see a way around that. Because it's not a matter of making roof changes, it's a matter of literally colliding masses being covered by roof masses, and then it's trying to hide them. So I think it's an ambitious plan within perhaps a tight footprint, and I don't think that program will work. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, Stephen, thanks. Who's next?
I can go.
Abby.
So Tori, there's some things I like about this. I actually don't mind the very large windows on the first floor. I think they're starting to give it character. But, and I think you have a good center mass, but I agree with the others that the additive massing, those gables forward, they seem pasted on and not part of that original thought. And I don't know how you incorporate that into that main mass to make this work. But for me, they're not working. And especially the little hip roof that's on the far left over the front porch just looks like you're trying another style. You've got a good style in that main mass, and somehow you've got to get your additive massing to cooperate with that main mass. The front door has to say, I'm the front door, and have detail and have, I don't know, some sort of, a stronger approach to it. Right now, it just looks like a side door. And I agree about the roof walk. It's got to be, proportionally correct with that roof line. So, thank you.
Did you go yet?
You did, I went first.
Yeah. Abby, thank you. Did I get everyone?
I can go.
Angus, yeah.
Thank you. The massing is awkward here. And I think there have been good suggestions. I agree about the strange roof peaks on the main mass. So I would take those away, but it might actually, looking at the north elevation, make sense to widen that main ridge till it got to the gables of each of these additions, and then push those back to the point that they're not intersecting the way that one on the west is. Or I'm sorry, the east side, the left side when you're looking at the facade. So that it looks more like additive massing, but to me right now, this is presenting as three competing masses. And also I think that might help with the centering of the main shed dormer on the front and the reduction of the roof walk. And I agree with the windows on the first floor being size or too large. And the front door needs more prominence. Thank you.
Thank you, Angus. So a lot of what I have to say is going to be a repeat, but so the roof walk is too large and rendered completely wrong. The posts are supposed to be continuous through. It doesn't sound like there's going to be a lot of support for the roof walk anyway. There's no support, as I understand it, on the two sort of like folded napkin gable ends of the building. Not really sure why they're there. The fenestration is troubling. I guess it's large and sort of generic. Massing has been spoken about. The porches, I'm looking at columns that go right up to I can't call it a beam because it's actually the fascia, but there's a beam that's missing. And if it were there, then we wouldn't see as much shingle and the post wouldn't seem so tall, etc. So I think the introduction of a beam and the introduction of a soffit in the same way we did it on the house a little bit earlier this evening would be good for all the porches. The side that is facing Surfside Road, which is the east, I believe,
Yep.
is kind of not, well, I don't know what to say about it. Like, it just doesn't seem to be a very appealing facade to be facing the main road. Because I think that's arguably going to get a lot more visibility than the so-called front on Nantucket, which is a much less traveled road. So, yeah, I despite the fact that there have been several mentions about the size of the fenestration on the first floor, I think there are areas where this really seriously feels under fenestrated, like the first floor of the east elevation, like the, right-hand side of the south elevation, the middle of the south elevation. You've got big dormers that have like little triple windows in the middle of them. So I'd love to see all that stuff kind of, thought through a little bit more carefully. So
I make a motion to, oh, sorry.
Before you go to a motion, may I just say a couple things?
very briefly.
Sure. Yes, the triangular peaks, we also do not feel are appropriate. We want to get rid of those. We're flexible on the roof walk, happy to reduce it and or remove it altogether. Just for your thoughts. And I appreciate all the details that have been mentioned regarding the porches, the soffits, the windows. And I'm happy to make those changes.
I have one more comment.
I have a
to make.
question too.
Okay, Val first.
The floor plans are not done. We need to see what the windows, are identified as and what sizes they are.
Yep. That's part of,
Some of them don't even have the windows on them. That's just to point out.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
On that south elevation, it looks like you've got some inset balconies or decks that are shingled over, but there's no way to get out. You only have windows there.
Yes, that's another revision that we're already working on to put double doors there.
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, I would, make those work.
So I believe Angus was just about to move for revisions, hold for revisions, right, Angus?
I was, and I didn't mean to step on your words, Ray. There's a little bit of delay with my Zoom, and so I thought you had finished. I would make a motion to hold for revisions.
Okay, thanks. On that motion, Abby,
I,
Val,
Aye.
Stephen,
Aye.
Angus,
All right.
and I'm in favor. Okay, should we check out the cabana?
That would be great. So this is an open air cabana with a, I believe it's 54 square foot bathroom only enclosed to the, let me think about where it's situated, to the north of the structure. We've got 2 infill half walls on the left and right side. Other than that, it'll be open. It will be the rear of the structure that you see when you pull into the property from Surfside. And it will be masking the pool and the spa behind it. And with that, I look forward to your comments.
Okay, thanks, Tori.
Same trim colors and window style to match the main house.
Okay. Folks,
which elevation faces the street?
west, I believe, right?
Okay. Without the
One of the-
windows?
It's the east.
Oh, what? No, I don't think so. Hold on.
No, east
By
faces
road,
the
are we
pool.
talking about Surfside Road or no Nantucket?
Surfside.
Right. In that case, it's the west elevation, isn't it not? Is it not?
It should be.
I think it's the east. It's open to the
It's
pool.
Typically the east in directions, but I think it's the west elevation that we're looking at that faces it. It's the side that has no windows.
Mhm.
Right.
So it's actually labeled as west,
Oh, okay, that's
but
our,
Yeah, that's
Yep.
right. It should be east.
yes.
Okay, so, was I talking?
you asked a question, I think.
Okay. I do think that if west faces a public road, it should have some windows in it.
Okay. Let's, Tori, just make a note to relabel all that so that
Yep.
we're not feeling dizzy when we look at it. Who's next?
I can go.
I am happy to go. I would just make it be more cohesive with the main house. Seems as though the windows are different and the trim around them is, this has more trim. The other house was simpler. It just seems like
Yeah,
it needs a little more cohesiveness.
yeah. Okay, Val, thanks. Angus and Stephen.
So I agree about the windows on what should be the east side, but is labeled the west. And vegetation there, and I think that that could blend in well. And I do agree about the house and the cabana sort of meeting in the middle. Maybe the house gets more and this gets less, but they should be fairly consistent. Thank you.
Thanks, Angus. Stephen.
Sure. Thanks, Mr. Chair. A little more consistency, shorter by 6 inches. Generally, this is to me, much more appropriate than the main structure and much less challenged.
Okay. Yeah, so the interesting thing for me here is that this does show a beam with an eave in the same way I'd love to see the porches rendered over on the house. So the house should take a few cues from this, although I feel like the colonnade thing and the pilasters on the side of the building is getting a little bit Greek revival for Surfside. So I'd like to see that toned down a wee bit. The balancing act, as Angus said. Move for revisions here, folks?
Could I ask a question?
Yeah.
Stephen, were you saying the height reduced by 6 inches?
Yeah, just
Overall?
internally, what is that now?
14,
To the top of the underside of the soffit?
I know, I
Oh.
can't read it.
Is it
Yeah.
8?
oh, if you scroll down, the larger print is farther down. It might be easier to read the dimensions on that. The 24 by 36 can.
Yeah, can you zoom in on the height of basically it's the interior volume. 8'10", so I think just 8 foot. I realize that's the top of the fascia, but
Okay. Are we still looking for some revisions here, folks?
I
Yeah.
think we are. Motion
right.
to hold for revisions. if
Yeah,
it's not
thanks,
already been
Stephen.
made.
Okay. On that motion, Abby,
Aye.
Val,
I,
Angus,
Aye.
Stephen,
Aye.
I'm in favor. Hey, do we have enough energy to do the shed and or the pool?
Yeah, I think the shed's easy.
The shed's easy.
although it has a blank face that's exactly even with the front of the house facing Nantucket. Is that not gonna be improved at all, like what's in front of this, even though the front faces that way?
May I ask a question, Mr. Chair? Through you, Mr. Chair, Val, are you saying there's no windows facing Surfside?
There's one in the gable, but it's a little blank facade next to the house, which we're viewing as the front facade of the house that is facing Nantucket,
Yeah,
although there's no access to that front. Because
so
you're coming off Surfside, so it's just a little
Yeah.
unusual.
I think-
Why is the front facing that way?
I think we did the same thing. West that's labeled
Mhm.
on the plan should be east. That's what faces Surfside with the 2 windows. If you look at the site plan.
No, I'm talking about
Yeah.
the front.
Talking about the north, also known as Nonantum, also known as front.
Yes. Why is that facing?
You have it labeled as north, but it's
Yeah.
actually south.
Yes.
So the blank south, which is actually north, is what's facing the road.
Yes, well,
The no
The-
I just say, I
Nonantum
think
or-
she's correct.
Yes, I'm following.
Do you know what I mean? So like now the front of the house is facing with no access to it.
But yeah.
I understand.
No, I get it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Who else? On the shed.
I don't, what I find odd is that when I'm looking at the elevations of the shed, they look proportionally correct in the windows but when I look at it on the site plan, it looks like it's long and skinny. I'm not sure it's that long. But, maybe check that out.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay, I'm just gonna underscore or corroborate that according to the site plan, the garage doors face south, but then when I look at the elevations, the south elevation just shows the one lonely window, which would assume that the doors are facing north.
You, Yeah.
So,
we need to
Uh,
adjust those.
yeah, you just need to flip the cardinal
Yep,
points around.
yep.
All right, should we hold this one too? If for no other
Yeah.
reason than to track?
Sure, I'll make that motion.
All right, Abby's made a motion to hold on that motion, Val,
Aye.
Stephen,
Aye.
Angus. Abby,
Aye.
Angus, I'm in favor.
Off.
He dropped off? Okay. Well, it passes for. Do we want to hold on the spa pool or do you guys
Yeah.
want to, okay.
Yeah, it should track.
Could we, could we discuss it just so I can do revisions all at once if there are any
I-
issues?
I think that I'm concerned about the mass of the main structure having to be markedly changed in order to be approvable, and that's gonna affect perhaps even yard space and so on and so forth.
I think, Tori, if you get the stuff handled with the main house mainly, the cabana, secondly, there was only a few things on the shed, mainly tidying up the drawings. I don't think the pool is going to be a major issue, so let's just let that ride. For
Okay.
now. I mean,
Can I ask a question
Yeah,
though,
of
to you
course.
guys?
oh, yeah.
The front facade of the house is facing Nantucket. There
Correct.
is no access to it.
Yeah.
Is that not bizarre?
It's strange.
There's a door. What do you mean there's no?
Well,
Oh, you mean driveway,
Access via
driveway. Got it.
driveway.
Got it.
Walkway, it just seems,
yeah, I mean, it's definitely odd, I guess, and the only thing that I would say is, given the choice between driving onto my property from Surfside or Nantucket, I would choose Surfside. So I get that part of it. Why the front is not also facing that way, I don't know,
okay.
Well,
I don't
so on that point, maybe you should maybe think about that. Maybe that you can rotate it, so that the front of the house faces Surfside and then put the pool in the back of that and everything is sort of tucked away.
Yeah, we'll revisit all these comments. No problem.
Yeah, I
And
mean, it's worth looking at if
Yeah.
you
Yep.
haven't done so already.
could you put the pool dimensions on the application so we can,
They're there.
and
No,
I don't see them and and put it on the drawing.
20 by 40 with auto cover.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's on the site plan.
Okay,
And it's
okay,
on the app.
gotcha. Thank you.
Okay, so we already voted on the shed, right? So we're just gonna do the pool to track.
That's my motion.
Okay, on Abby's motion, Val.
I,
Stephen,
Aye.
Angus dropped off, Abby,
Aye.
or is he back?
He's off. He's not.
He's off, okay, so, and then,
He's in that
I'm
place on that
in
motion
favor.
that doesn't.
So that motion carries, thank you.
Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful evening.
Night. Yeah,
They didn't
goodness
bring it.
gracious me. All right, so, yeah, Shelter 7 didn't show, so we're done, kids.
Motion to adjourn.
What?
Wow.
What about the minutes?
Motion to approve the minutes. What are the dates?
June 9th.
June 9.
So Abby's made a motion to approve, the minutes of June 9th. Why don't we try this out? On that motion, Val,
I,
Connie, Stephen, you're a no, for reasons I think I understand. Abby, on your motion,
Aye.
and I'm in favor. So that motion carries 4 in favor, 1 opposed. All right, now we can have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
John McLaughlin.
Yeah, okay, on on John's motion, Abby,
Aye.
Val,
Aye.
Connie. Connie, I'm so hungry for dinner. On, oh, there we go. John, on your motion?
Oh.
And I'm a no as well.
Good night, Carrie. Good night, Joe.
Good night.
Good night.
Night. Hey, thanks a lot, you guys. Yeah, thanks.
We enjoyed the show.
And John would look over and say, was that color of the door?